ECU dance majors are wrapping up rehearsals to get ready to hit the stage in a couple of weeks. Among the 7 faculty and student choreography works, a hip-hop dance by a certain alumni has all the students talking. As COVID cases continue to increase here on campus at East Carolina University, we asked students and faculty their concerns about the new 5-day quarantine. The CDC changed its quarantine period from 10 to 5 days. Here's what the community at East Carolina has to say. Here at the School of Theater and Dance, dancers' mental health has been declining due to many reasons. By being their own mental health advocates, ECU is seeing a change in the attendance policy first here in the dance program. The East Carolina School of Dance is bringing awareness to its students' mental health by implementing mental health days as excused absences in their curriculum. Modern professor John Dixon says that this policy came after his students have been more willing to talk to him directly about hurting.
That really hit home. I mean, I get that. That makes sense to me.
Junior dance major Nadia McGee applied for an undergraduate research and creative activity award to choreograph a piece about dancers' mental health.
My concept for mine was to look into dancers' mental health and how we as dancers can love something so much, but it not always love us back.
McGee continues by saying that dancers get on a stage for people and perform for them, but no one knows what happens for them to get there.
The audience has no clue because you're trained to always smile through everything and no matter what, put your best face forward in rehearsal and class, and you don't really get that chance to be like a human sometimes.
The one con of this policy so far is how some students have used it as an excuse to skip class.
I think that some people definitely abuse people's kindness and will miss days just because it's not exactly like a mental health day.
It doesn't make it less important to support the larger state of people's mental health and their belief that they can take the day when they need it.
Dixon says that there's not a policy in place for teachers' mental health yet, but that
for me, over the years, my learning as a teacher is how to be present with my mental health and present with my students simultaneously.
The faculty is working with the rest of the university to turn their plans into actions.
In a way that's works with the university, works with the rest of the school, works for you guys. We understand enough that we're all implementing them the same way, so there's not confusion.
So I definitely think it needs to be implemented more throughout the school and talked about a lot more.
Katrina Orifici, Pirate News Network. School of Theater and Dance alumni JoJo Grooves returned to East Carolina in early February to choreograph a piece for the spring dance concert in late March. The dance faculty requested Grooves specifically to come set a hip-hop piece on the ECU students, as ECU doesn't offer hip-hop classes on a regular basis.
We need hip-hop. It needs to be more implemented into our vocabulary of what we do here, and we just need it. It's so popular now.
Senior dance major Abigail Telenko says since Grooves graduated in 2004, he's come back numerous times to teach hip-hop master classes.
He comes back for master classes almost every year, so we always have at least one hip-hop class for him.
A hip-hop piece hasn't been in the dance program's concert in a few years, Telenko says.
We like to bring in at least one guest artist every concert, and we've been looking for a hip-hop guest artist. We haven't had one in a really long time.
The concept of Grooves' piece is about the 4 elements and includes a few lines from Amanda Gorman's speech at Biden's inauguration about equality.
It's just really powerful and kind of expressing how life is great, life's cool, we're getting there, but we're still not fully at equality for all.
Telenko says Grooves made the audition process stress-free.
He talked mainly about his audition being fun and how he's just dance, just love dance and love what you're doing, and it was really fun.
Grooves says to all the dancers out there to take the leap and move wherever they would like to go.
I was nervous, but I did it.
The spring dance concert will be from March 23rd through the 27th in the McGinnis Auditorium on campus.
We're really fortunate to have him come back for the concert.
Katrina Orifici, Pirate News Network. East Carolina's School of Theater and Dance has been dealing with a continuing problem that has lasted for decades: limited space. Director Jamie Host says the administrators knew about this when she interviewed for the job.
They acknowledge that it is a concern as well. They acknowledge that it is the one hurdle that is keeping us from being accredited through NASD, National Association of Schools of Dance.
Being accredited enhances the prestige of a program, but that's not the only concern. Junior dance major Taylor Jones says she wishes she had more opportunities to use the bigger studios for her last project.
For my learning process of choreographing, it would have been nice to use studio theater when I was choreographing my comp, because then I can like know the space and know how to choreograph in a bigger space.
In addition to only having 4 studios the dancers are allowed to rehearse in, there's also a size issue.
Some of our studios are really small, so no one wants to rehearse in those studios.
Ho says the new chancellor has looked into this issue.
Chancellor Rogers has heard about this, and he's interested in learning more.
However, any new construction isn't likely to happen for at least another 5 years, so the faculty have looked into alternate places to hold classes.
So where could we create, without much expense, studio space to hold us over until the new studio is built? And there just seems to be hurdles.
Another concern with the limited studio space for dance majors is having to share the studios with theater majors and how conflicts come up.
We need to find the balance of like respecting each other.
So I'm confident we'll get there. It's just going to take some time and patience.
Katrina Orfici, Pirate News Network.